Hello, everyone, and now we're really getting into the Christmassy part of these Christmas picks. Unfortunately, Jova fell off the sleigh as we were leaving, so we'll have to go back and get him. I checked, now we're heading up to the North Pole for something.
From what we can tell, Jova fell a few thousand feet. Miraculously, he managed to survive with only a sprained leg. But there was a lot of snow.
He's fine.
Yeah, by the time we realised that, we're too far away to get him today. So we'll have to. He'll have to wait.
I guess might as well get on with it. What is today's specimen?
Elf.
Oh no.
I've not seen this in a long time, so this should be fun.
I haven't seen it at all.
Me neither, but I have bad memories of it. It's part of, aside from the fact that I'm not particularly fond of the main star of this movie, it also belongs to a genre that I'm normally not particularly fond of, aside from a few exceptions, you know, the man-child type of comedy. It really depends, but I guess we can see through the movie itself. Just to mention for the audience as a warning, because we kind of encountered a couple of problems, technical problems for doing it. Technically speaking, we're doing the Blu-ray copy of the movie that starts with the New Line Cinema custom New Line Cinema logo. But for the sake of, you know, this time, for once in a lifetime exception, we're telling you the length. 1:36:40 something seconds. We have seen that apparently around the internet float around a couple of versions that vary in length, and we have no idea what content they might have or have cut in between. So we're telling you the exact length just so you are in par with us. So take us away, Shira, please.
All right. 3, 2, 1, click.
Alright then.
I'm glad it's got subtitles at least.
So, this version, New Line Cinema decided to release this right almost next to Return of the King, actually.
That's literally box office suicide.
Yeah, it was for the Peter Pan movie we commented a couple of years ago. Let me check, actually. Guy walks into a bar production. What the fuck?
It's like Disney with their animated movies. Hey guys, let's release Treasure Planet on the same day as the Harry Potter movie. I'm sure nothing will go wrong from this.
Oh my god! Let me check. What washed-up star they brought for this opening?
So that's more of a Disney ego thing, because they would continue to make that mistake.
Yeah.
Bob Newhart, an actor born in 1929. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, maybe don't make cookies while you live in a tree.
This guy was in Legally Blonde 2.
Come to the dark side, we have cookies.
The Big Bang Theory.
The Alfred Hitchcock.
The Rescuers Down Under.
Cameo in The Simpsons. Hooray. CS. Anyway, budget was 33 millions and... Oh my god.
Okay, the film actually came out a month before Return of the King.
Yeah, budget 33 million, box office 225.1, so it was still a huge success. Holy fuck.
Again, it came out a month before Return of the King.
Yeah, the director is Jon Favreau. I think this is the second movie he directed, so this was early in his career.
Well, apparently, he and Will Farrel were clashing a lot creatively, which is probably why the sequel never got made.
Wow, they wanted to make a sequel out of this, huh? But yeah, I might as well... Zoe Deschanel, what?
Zoe, what are you doing here?
I forgot how many people are in this.
Then again, she was also in Bridge of Terabithia, so she clearly needs to get a better agent.
Asner. Oh no.
Well, remember, Ed Asner was in the Asylum's Cars ripoff Cargo. This man clearly doesn't know what.
He was in Food Fights.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
But yeah, the distinct memory of this is that this is the type of movie that stars, again, the type of comedy that stars a grown-ass man having more, for different plot reasons, the mentality of a child with wacky hijinks ensuing. There have been cases where this is actually more tolerable to me, like the Mr. Bean series, but these kind of movies are really not my thing. And this context, from the memories that I have, was not really much exception.
The problem with a lot of Hollywood-made movies of that content is that their idea of a quote-unquote man-child is to have them just scream a lot, and that's most of the humor.
Yeah, like don't drop that Fred.
Well, that movie is its own can of worms.
Also, Freddy got fingered.
Ugh.
That's David Berenbaum. The same year this film came out, he also made The Haunted Mansion. And then he wrote Zoom, The Spiderwick Chronicles, and most recently in 2015, Strange Magic.
So, terrible track record, I can tell you that. It's the middle of the winter and you gave it that flimsy shit, poor child. Mother, you're a terrible nun.
Is that how you defer to them?
Yeah, mother superior for nun, father for priest.
Yeah. Well, there is a TV show called Father Brown, really popular around here. So.
Yeah. I also read the books about it. Are we sure this is not Mel Gibson's Santa from the last year?
Yeah, Sherry, what is it with you and picking movies with evil Santas?
Actually, that was Jova's pick last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Ed Asner. Holy shit.
Ed Asner as Santa Claus.
Again, what
Why
the
is he
fuck?
framed so evilly in this like Also, I would say something about the nuns not having enough protection for the crib of his child, but according to testimonies from my parents, apparently I was described as an artist of an escape artist that was able to get away from the crib every single time, to the point where my mother just decided to put cushions around it and leave it at that. Hooray!
We're tired!
Like-
See?
Okay, Santa is sovereign, I guess. Oh my god, it's a baby! A human baby! Also, the elves have these auto-tune effect to their voice, and it's...
To
I
make
get
them
what he did
high-pitched.
that, it was common at the time, but it's a bit grating.
Honestly, I mainly know Ed Asner more for being J. Jonah Jameson in the 90s Spider-Man cartoon.
Yeah, that too. Also, I love how this actor... I guess that's a joke. He looks like he doesn't even want to be on set. Oh, here we go.
Oh, don't do that.
Yeah, that poor child grew up to be Will Farrell. Yeah, okay, aside from the Anchorman movies, which, to be fair, like I said, more of an exception, I'm normally not a fan of this guy.
I like them in the Lego movies.
Fair, but to be fair, it was more just a role given to him rather than being the center of attention, that's what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Too late. No. Okay, I get the type of joke that they're making. It's an easy one in that, but there's no bite. Closometer. Judging by the sound, a nuclear reactor.
And then Santa Claus crashes to that. So basically, when Santa crashes the sleigh, it blows up the whole city.
Okay, I guess I can put him responsible for the Tunguska event.
A lot of jokes going to be made about how big he is compared to the elves.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, yes. If I remember, he's not one of us. I guess I can appreciate the special effect in trying to make, the different heights seamless, I suppose. But to be fair, this is New Line Cinema. Peter Jackson had perfected this shit 2 years before with Fellowship of the Ring.
Ming Ming is played by an uncredited Peter Billingsley, who we mainly know for being that scientist guy in Iron Man and Spider-Man Far From Home.
Mm-hmm.
Which was also the executive producer of Iron Man. No, that honour goes to the toy maker from Spy Kids 3.
Badoont. That's Sylvester Stallone.
And that came out the same year as this.
What company was behind Spy Kids? I forgot.
Dimension Films.
Okay.
Okay, so this movie walked so Tall Girl could run, right?
Shiroi. I don't even know what to say to that statement.
Also,
that
I think
means I'm right.
Also, by that logic, tall girl ran so that tall girl too could stumble and die.
I still have to see it.
Yes.
Hi, Peru. So basically, quality control. Also, Mr. Potatoes. Okay, I think I get it, movie.
Do you too? Are you sure you do?
We're gonna have to watch him do this with the entire stack.
Is that like the entire movie, just that every single frame, testing every single one?
I'm human?
Literally the worst day of my life.
What the fuck?
Is this our new horror film icon?
No, the Jon Favreau decided that twisting the camera is a good trick.
The cameraman got high a moment.
Ow.
Ow. Actually, let me check.
And so he runs off. Literally looks like a film set.
Yeah, let me check who the composer of this is.
John Debney.
Debney. Oh man.
No.
What do you think? It's time for the talk. Damn. I think that's our plot. Buddy returning to the world, particularly in New York, having to search for his father figure, a biological father figure, and with hijinks ensuing because he doesn't know what the real world works. I will say this, at least, I like the stop motion. It was used also in the opening and this. Again, it's supposed to be a tribute to Rankin Bass, but good. So there is that.
Well, I mean, if you weren't of the cold, you'd be dead.
Leon Redbone as Leon the Snowman.
Yeah, isn't the real world just a great place?
Absolutely.
Yay! Especially by 2003.
Apparently this guy was a singer. Just a bit. Also, I mean, it's a nice thought, but it's a New York pizza, so that you can guess already what kind of thing you get into. This time around, I don't have Joe having to reprimand me for saying that.
You get free reign to shit talk the pizza, as God intended.
Damn. Okay, let me check. James Caan as Walter
James
Hall.
Caan, yeah.
Caan, which passed away last year, 2022. I think I saw him somewhere else, but let me check. Oh, he was in The Godfather. Sonny.
Well, that's something.
Dick Tracy, I saw that movie. Yay. Dogville is Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. And basically his career was extensive, but a lot of stuff I did not recognize that. Mostly famous for The Godfather. Oh.
Was there ever a Godfather movie that came out in December, actually?
Actually, I mean, let me see.
March. Okay, 2 and 3 came out in December. The first one came out in March.
All right. Okay.
Bye. Let me check the other stop
Goodbye.
motion animals were they voiced by. The Polar Bear by Ray Harryhausen. What?
You recognize him?
I mean, basically, Dweebs is the king of stop motion special effects. You remember the classic Jason and the Argonauts movie with the skeletons? He was behind that. Before the 80s or 90s, I think. Again, he was mostly special for that. So I guess we called him back to do the stop motion for this.
So off he goes to the magical land of New York City, which I am sure will will be just as magical as advertised.
Also, apparently, whenever in this movie, Will Farrell will make a burping sound, that's not Will Farrell, but apparently an uncredited Maurice LaMarche. Apparently, Will Farrell was so untalented in this movie, he cannot make a convincing burping sound. We needed a voice actor for it.
That's
Damn.
sad. I mean, how hard can it be to make that sound?
He's cute. Look at that.
Especially because, as we saw in the Lego movies, Will Ferrell can voice act. I don't understand.
They are very cute, but I wouldn't pick them up.
I still need to be told by... Deji told me stories about him. Ooh! Ooh! Jesus. Yeah, Deji told me stories about raccoon around these areas.
Yeah, sure, maybe it's the same raccoon that attacked Nanashi's parents' house.
One of my friends had an infestation problem with them.
Yeah, I've been told also they're a cause of that. Also, much like a lot of other animals, they can potentially have diseases if they bite you or scratch.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Soprano, what are you doing here? There was a guy that looked like him. Where's best coffee? What? Yeah, that's what I remember most of the comedy of these. So this cringy stuff.
I don't know, sure, I laugh.
Well, that was
Politeness is cringe.
I was mostly talking for myself. Don't worry, Libs.
Yeah. So basically, this commentary is going to be basically about It's going to be a great demonstration of the subjectivity of comedy.
See, here's the thing about that, by the way. Yes, that is true. Some people are into other kinds. The subjectivity of comedy for me applies to something like, some people are into raunchy humor, some people are not. Some people are into meta humor, some people are not. That kind of thing. There is a science to how you do a good joke, though. Jokes is not just do stupid thing and that's, well, somebody will laugh, right? There is an actual process on how you make a good joke. So I will argue all comedy is subjective, period. That is an oversimplification, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You're here for a reason, you know that, right?
I found it. The Empire States.
Did you know?
I wonder if there were also some reshoots, because I noticed in a couple of shots that Will Farrell type of, shaving is slightly different. In some cases, he has a slight regrowth of his beard when compared to the others. So, oops.
Whoops.
You can definitely tell this was one of the early movies in Jon Favreau's career for this kind of oversight. Oh no. Of course we need this joke.
No, stop.
Let me guess, it's going to blow up the lift or something.
No, it's worse. Now the elevator is to stop to every single floor.
This is not the first time I've said this in a commentary, but this should tell you everything you need to know. This is one of those movies that I didn't watch in cinema or actively watch. It was the movie in the background on TV during Christmas family nonsense.
Mm-hmm. I remember the marketing, however, at least at the time. I ended up also
It was marketed a lot, actually.
Yeah. Because, okay, already around this time I was going to watch Return of the King already in cinema, so I had already... the trailer was not broadcasted there, but the posters were still around, despite, as we've said, the release date was out before that. But yeah, it was kind of inescapable, so maybe that also was the reason why it still, made a lot of money. Yeah, was that the actor having to say that for the scene came in? No, please.
Maybe this is why there's a sing-along edition.
Don't let Will Farrel sing. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why not just sing Jingle Bells?
I mean, it's a bit more creative, at least. Hi, Sensei. You're fired.
Yeah.
So he got thrown out of the building, so what's the rest of the movie going to be?
Yeah, I was about to say, like, the movie is already, at least to me, the movie is kind of already exhausted the plot point we was going to have outside of, the stuff that inevitably was going to go at the end. So...
No, I don't think you're supposed to.
See, most of the comment in this movie, basically, it's about reaction to what the actress has to go through, at least on a basic level. Something funny happens, and Will Ferrell has to make a funny face as, to reaction to something. So it entirely hinges on that. So maybe that's the reason why it's not grabbing me, because, again, most of the time, Will Ferrell really, really is painful and funny to me. Okay, we needed that scene, I guess.
The perfect gift for that special someone.
I guess that's the joke for the parents in the audience.
Oh, so he thinks he's an employee of the shop.
Mm-hmm.
A glimpse of retail at Christmas, I'm so sorry.
We already got one with Krampus last year. Also, I think I saw these guys somewhere else. Let me check.
Ah, you fit very well in corporate.
I mean, as we saw from before, Santa's workshop kind of operates like that. Like, Christmas is over, immediately start to work on the next.
Let me get where it's going to be like, you're not Santa Claus, you're a fraud.
There you go.
And
Langston,
it ends up upsetting the
Faisal,
children.
Langston, Faison, Santissima. For more coming though. Faison, Andre Love, Cuban. See. Oh god, his first role was in Bebe's Kids.
And there's the love interest.
Yeah, obviously. That's not it. Okay, a lot of movies and TV still to this day, but apparently there's a controversy section. Let me check.
No.
Oh, please.
No.
No means no, Will.
Yes, there is. Yeah, what she said.
If I didn't know any better, I would say that this movie is going to turn out to be about a creepy stalker, crazy person.
I mean, I guess I can say that because of the way it's hammered into your skull, I can genuinely believe, Buddy in this case is, not malicious in intent, is just very, misguided. I can believe that.
Weirdo.
Seriously, Zoe, what are you doing in this? Let me check how early in her career was this.
Suffering by the looks of it.
Well, yeah, this was in the 90s too, so yeah, this was... Wasn't this... Not,
2003,
2003 actually, yeah, you're right. Regardless, it was still early in her career still, though.
She had a couple of things, but not that much.
Not picking up all those Lego.
And the store's going to look totally different when he gets there.
Okay, let me check. Walter's wife is played by Mary Steenburgen. Oh, she was in Back to the Future Part 3. Wait, was she the teacher?
She was in Nixon, the 1995
Yeah,
film.
she was the teacher in She was Doc Brown's love interest in Back to the Future Part 3. Also in... No, same, okay. Without Nixon. Oh, great, she was in 4th grade, it says.
Welcome, Santa.
Her career is extensive, so that. While the child is played by a kid called Daniel Tay, which I don't think he did that much. Oh.
I know he was in the American version of the Magic Roundabout.
He played a couple of minor characters in some Rockstar games, particularly Bully and one of the GTA 4 expansions.
You shouldn't be there, probably.
Yeah, just a passing thought. Yeah. Ow.
Hilarious.
Absolutely.
Gimbals.
That's apparently an actual door chain. Again, I'm not American, so I don't know if it's an actual thing or not.
Wow, the animatronics have got really impressive this year, haven't they?
I haven't had enough
person.
coffee to deal with this.
Five Nights at Santa's.
Huh.
Hey, made up Mona Lisa with the etching catcher, I guess. And yeah, you can easily telegraph all the passages that we're gonna have in the relationship between these two characters. She starts being rightfully weirded out. Slowly but surely, she becomes kind of attached to him. Eventually become of interest. I don't remember if there's the second act breakup due to his understanding in this movie, but I had a sort of feeling he's there, and by the end of the movie, they're gonna be a couple. Even if it's totally unearned.
That's the thing. I'm playing right now through Fairfence Refrain Chord, and just like the first game, that game also goes through its own thing where both Tiara and Aaron are into Fang, even though they have zero reasons to be into him. And they're just in there because it's obligatory that it has to happen because we're creatively bankrupt as writers.
I think we did mention in the first game's run that, just because plot points are easy to telegraph, that's not necessarily has to be a bad thing.
Oh, sure.
It's more when they're actually painful in doing so, like you're already not feeling a product and you know exactly where are we going with this.
I put it this way, it's one of those things where it's just like for example, for me, to give you an idea too, I basically guessed most of the stuff that was going to happen in the DreamWorks movie Ruby Gillian about 20 minutes in.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess most of it. Like, you can ask Deji for he's my witness.
No,
but and it's not so much. It's more so that it's one of those things where it's just like, okay, when you get into that point, like you start, okay, at this point I'm just the movie's just playing catch up to me, and I'm just going, yes, of course this is gonna happen. Like a story that just plays the formula completely straight with no interesting spin or interesting characters, like you're just watching something go through the motions, because that's what happens in Fairfence RF. You're just watching things go, a game that goes through the motions. So.
Mm-hmm. I think this is why the line reveal is so always painful to me most of the time, because there are very little variations, so every time it happens, you know it's not gonna be fun, I guess.
I'm actually more tolerant. Sorry.
No,
okay.
I'm checking something in the meantime.
Well, at least I didn't expect. I expected him to reveal the phony Santa, but I didn't expect the Santa to just flat out attack him.
Because trust me, Dweebs, in the early to mid 2000s, this was shockingly common in a lot of Christmas movie. The plot point of having the mall Santa being an asshole or someone who gets into fight with the characters of the movies. I have no idea who started this trend.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, working in retail at Christmas is stressful enough. You don't need people jumping you.
Yeah.
And yeah, photo of when they're young, I get it. Also his biological mother.
I'm actually more tolerant to the lie reveal trope than a lot of people are, because I feel like
Okay, I'll give you this one movie. Fair. Go on, Pedro.
that's okay. Because I've seen there's plenty of good movies that do that trope well, like Goofy Movie, Wreck-It Ralph. Like for you know what's the interesting thing? Like Rango, that animated movie, everybody seems to love. That movie is just a straightforward lie reveal story, and yet everybody puts that movie in a fucking pedestal. Though,
Okay, I even forgot if I actually saw it or not. I'll need to see it again.
Don't get me wrong, the movie's okay. It's just that like people put that movie on such a fucking pedestal, and I'm just like, what?
I guess it's maybe the animation quality.
I guess, but the story itself is just like you've seen this thing a million times. Which, like you yourself said, that wouldn't necessarily be a problem if it was well told, but it's just competently told, in my opinion.
Careful, James. You're not doing the Godfather anymore.
No. And there's the director.
Hi, John. Wow, John really aged very rapidly in 20 years. He looks very different here.
But what are you eating?
Is that supposed to be like naphthalene?
Yeah, you're sick, but that's not why we're... Okay, that was pretty funny. Am I sick? Yes, but that's not why we're here. Is this Jon Favreau, Will Farrel? Was this one of their arguments on set?
Yeah. Again, I'm gonna use a joke that I wanted to use yesterday for Black Christmas. Can we bring Arnold from Kindergarten Cop and telling everyone to shut the hell up?
Have you guys seen Elf Body's musical Christmas?
No, I heard that they spawned a musical, but again, I don't know much about it.
Only Ed Asner came back from the original movie. Everyone else was recast.
Is you're wondering, the child actor that was in that scene, Lydia Lawson Baird, did not do much. Only a couple of the TV stuff, two TV movie stuff in 2004 and 2006. Someone got paid to write that. Wow, Wow, the wife took it very well to have the idea that this guy had a past relationship and a previous son.
Okay, apparently, Will Farrell, apparently he felt ill effects because he ate too much sugar for the movie.
Okay, I can start to see that in some scenes there might have been something like, a post effect of that.
And also, Zooey Deschanel's character singing wasn't in the script originally.
She improvised.
Favreau added it when he learned Deschanel was a singer.
I mean,
And also that song when Buddy was singing in the middle of Santaland, Farrell improvised the song on the spot.
I mean, I guess fair if you can use the talent of someone like that.
And also, there was a video game based on this film for the Game Boy Advance,
Oh, okay, I guess it's supposed to be like a platform.
and it came out a full year after the movie.
What a timing!
In terms of Jon Favreau's filmography, I've seen Sephora: A Space Adventure. I've seen Iron Man 1 and 2. I've seen Chef and the 2016 Jungle Book.
Have you seen Cowboys
and Aliens? No.
Yeah. I think I've seen it, and as stupid as the premise it is, I kind of enjoyed it. Oh my god, we're only halfway through.
And that's the Maurice LaMarche burping.
God, I hate toilet humor. We all did.
You say that? Okay, Siri, are you the one that constantly makes bad puns, or is that me?
I said toilet humor I didn't like. Puns are different.
Puns are lower than toilet humor.
How dare you?
I said it.
I wish I had the confidence to be so blatantly wrong about something.
And you guess he's gonna choke him to death or something.
Yeah, put the pillow over his face. Go to sleep.
Why are you even humouring him?
It's like, that's nice, son.
Thank you. Let's just go to sleep already. I need to go to sleep as well. Who has spaghetti bolognese for breakfast?
Also, is that syrup he put on it? What was that? I've had noodles for breakfast, but not spaghetti.
Why would you have noodles for breakfast? There's only cornflakes.
When you go some places, breakfasts are more savory than... What is that? More spaghetti?
To waste the spaghetti as well. You're wasting all that on them in the morning.
I wish I was watching Toy Story right now.
Yeah.
Well, Pedro, I suppose a more apt comparison could be, since this is a film with Ed Asner in it, what about Up?
Well, that's the reason I said that is because he's using an etch and sketch.
Ah, okay.
This is sad because Will Farrell is a funny actor. The problem is that this movie is he was given the terrible movie. Will Farrell is a perfectly funny actor if you put him in a movie that allows him to be funny.
Which is interesting.
Yeah, the movie's just crap.
This is considered a Christmas classic by many.
This has nothing to do with the actor. Like, you could put Gilbert Gottfried in. Well, actually, no. Gilbert Gottfried might be able to make this role funny. He's probably the only one I can think of that could possibly make this role fun, even with the script. Like, because Gilbert Gottfried can make anything funny, because just him squeaking is automatically funny.
Yeah, I can see why he gets sick from...
That is so unhealthy.
It's a good thing Tio's not here to soothe us, huh?
We're gonna get dark beers.
Oh, he's back.
Oh,
Yeah, I might have pressed the wrong button somewhere.
Yeah, the play button for this movie.
All right.
Hold on,
3,
go on.
2, 1, go.
Thanks.
Also, is it just me, or is this discount Roger Ebert from the Godzilla Roland Emmerich movie?
I saw you somewhere else too, or there's this guy. That's not for that kind of resemblance. See.
The Puppy and the Pigeon? That sounds like the name of a children's story. The Puppy and the Pigeon. Like, maybe it's a children's version of Zeus and Roxanne or something. We'll let you know that was a dolphin. Never mind.
Michael Lerner. Hey, Michael Lerner, which passed away this year, fortunately. Let me see, filmography. God, a lot of stuff for this guy too. I was in some of the National Lampoon movies. Oh, it was in Blank Check. God. It was in 101 Dalmatians too, actually. The animated movie. Oh wait, he was one of the senators in X-Men Days of Future Past. Libs?
Sorry?
The guy that we saw before, the guy who was yelling at Walter, he was in one of the senators in X-Men Days of Future Past.
So that's 2 actors in this movie who have been in that movie. And Peter Dinklage is also in this movie too.
Yeah, I noticed. Okay, that's another thing. I wanted to wait a bit, at least, but because here we're 2/3 in, I can say this. Similar to Deck the Halls 2006, this doesn't feel like a theatrical production, and I don't mean in terms of quality. You can tell the cinematography and the presentation are done to make sure about this has to be in theaters, but with the type of story, this is a Hallmark movie. This really doesn't feel like it should be put in theaters and people pay tickets for it.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
Well, the
Is
stop motion movie
okay, I
was
need
that.
to ask Joe, is Central Park a battlefield during Christmas like this?
Well, Theo, every American movie that I've seen depicts New York, especially at night, as a ruthless place full of evil people. So
I don't remember Home Alone 2
I
having
didn't
snowball
know-
fight of this kind.
I didn't know Elf was a war movie.
Saving Private Body, I guess.
Elf, more like health.
Okay, if I had to guess, maybe the GBA game was a mini game with a sequence similar to this. Oh my god. We needed a slow-mo throwing a projectile scene.
Yeah, we did.
Then when you get next, we're gonna have him turning slowly like Iron Man while everything explodes behind.
And
Oof. Got him.
the kid died, I guess.
Don't underestimate snowballs, Liz.
You killed somebody.
Yeah, this is the bonding with my stepbrother time.
Well, I'm glad I've at least got my old Rosie today. It's a type of alcohol.
I could imagine.
It isn't. What did he do exactly to warrant being on the naughty list?
Hi.
Yeah, if you have that many sweet, I'm surprised you're not dead.
Not the papyrus ass spaghetti you made earlier.
Where did that bean come from? Like,
Sorry, which one?
played I've played some of Undertale. I've not come across spaghetti yet.
Oh, it's
Wow, you didn't get far, huh?
yeah,
I'm not very good at it. I'll admit it.
Damn.
It's fine. You should probably go to a doctor about that.
Also, Shiroi. Get this. Dwebs, she says that, but secretly she's judging you in her mind.
Nah, I'm not exactly amazing at it myself. My reflexes are kind of crap. Christmas tree, idiot. Is that legal?
Probably not. Yeah.
So you gonna put a hole in the roof?
Oh, God.
And Elf died.
Buddy became a cat. John, I thought the cliche of parents are too busy working and the child is not growing up well was an outdated cliche already in the 90s. Why did you keep
Yeah.
that?
This was 2003.
John.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's one thing you have to remember. Also, sometimes it takes a while for a decade to die. Like it took till 1994 for the 80s to die. It took till like 2005 for the 90s to die. And now Will Farrell looks like the Anchorman, but without without the mustache. Because it's my desk.
It will be a first for this movie.
Why is he even here?
Because remember, they did not wanted him to be around the other child, and Walter's wife could not actually stay.
So you put him in your workplace instead. Well, there's the shiny thing, I guess. The thing, the tubes.
I get the idea these two are supposed to be also a cameo for someone. It's like a comedian or something, but just escaped me.
Well, this is an American-made movie. I'm guessing there's a lot of American references, but none of us are American. Yes, Miles Finch.
Get out of my office, right about now.
I'm not paid enough for this? Question mark? Don't stick your head in there. Dude!
Yeah, just had to do it. Don't worry, there's nothing to suck in there.
No.
Wow, this guy is actually very chill.
Don't pour it all.
That's not the kind of syrup you
Yeah, there we go.
Well, I mean, at least he's found somebody to talk to.
26 years old.
You're
Damn,
26.
dude,
You look 40.
I was gonna say.
Well, I'm glad at least someone in this movie is
Yeah, I'm
laughing.
gonna use the joke that cinematic experiment used for 1,000 words. I was trying to make a good movie, but then I got high.
That wasn't even part of the movie. That was them filming them getting wasted on the lunch break.
Probably.
So he just filmed this, and he filmed that, and they put it in the movie anyway.
Oh.
Get it? He's a huge corporate boss, which means he's very picky about stuff. And if I don't get exactly what I want, you're all fired.
Damn it.
See, bring your child to work day is a bad idea.
71 degrees. What's that in
Fahrenheit,
Celsius?
yeah, what does that convert into, normal units?
I have no fucking clue.
Well, that's what Google is.
21 degrees.
That's fair, reasonable, I guess.
Yeah, it's about how that's only a degree higher than what we make our house during the winter.
Oh my god.
What is on your head?
What, Zooey's character?
No,
Him.
yeah.
It's a Russian type of hat. I forgot what the specific name is in English.
Oh, yeah, that's
I
a-
actually had
Oh.
one as a child.
It looks quite
Oh,
different from the ones I've seen. Like, I know what you're referring to.
The fur part on the side can be used to cover your ears.
Ushanka?
I think.
I don't know how you pronounce it exactly.
It's mostly associated also for children, so that's why probably he has it. Whoop.
Yeah, honestly, one thing I find more interesting the behind-the-scenes footage of the creative conflicts that Farrell and Favreau were having.
Let me check. Did they actually? I guess they actually had to film this in New York.
They filmed most of it in New York, other parts were in Vancouver.
Fair. After all, the budget was still 33 million, not that much. To be fair, there are not that many special effects in this.
Yeah. If they actually filmed it in New York, the film's budget probably would have gone up to like 50 million or
It
something.
was Sony, we would have an obligatory scene in Times Square. Why? Why? This was so not earned. Yeah,
Oh
I
my
think
god,
it's
it's
a
Miles Finch.
Leopold.
Leopold.
Yeah, it's Peter Dinklage. Peter Dinklage was in much more a lot of stuff than I remember before Game of Thrones.
Most recently, he was in the Toxic Avenger 2023 film.
Mm-hmm.
Also, he was Scourge in Transformers: Rise of the Beasts. And The Hunger Games: The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
At least Peter Dinklage in this can act, properly. In the movie Tiptoes, he tries to have a very confusing French-Italian accent, and he really is really not good at it. Oh no!
And Tiptoes
Son,
came out
we're
the
in a
same year.
meeting.
And Tiptoes came out the same year this film did.
Yeah, Sherry. Oh no!
Oh boy.
I was just about to think, a nearly 2000 movie without any outdated thing in it.
We can't have shit in this house.
But what you were saying, Dweebs?
Anyway, I was gonna say that film you referenced came out the same year this film did.
Yeah, like again, if you think this might be not exactly subtle in, and potentially very offensive to, people of short stature, Tiptoes goes all the way beyond, including having Gary Oldman, on his knees, digitally edited in what a couple of people with dwarfism described the equivalent of blackface.
Was that
And
meant
it's
to
not
be?
even. Also, Matthew McConaughey apparently being Jewish. I don't even know what to say about that.
And I take it, Tio, that it wasn't even in the Tropic Thunder sense.
No, I guess it might be interesting to check as, potentially to make fun and see what the fuss is about, but
What movie are you referring to?
Tiptoes. Apparently there is also, it's one of another those of mystical movies where apparently there's a director's cut floating around in a vault that's apparently better than the original product, and we don't know about it.
There was a similar controversy with Wonka, I believe, the new movie.
Oh, goody.
Is that to do with the Oompa Loompa?
Yes.
Fair to guess, yeah.
And who they got to play him?
Yeah.
It was a disaster.
It went.
Yeah, it went.
I never want to see him again.
Let me guess, it was a success.
Princess Peach. Yeah, it's not that funny either.
I also get what they're trying to do with Walter. He starts out as this Scrooge-like figure in this, workplace that is supposed to be about children, and the irony is that he's an asshole, but slowly he actually gets warmed up by the events that are happening around him, but man, it's not working. Oh, don't do this movie. This is not earned in the slightest.
I'm sad.
Yeah,
I hate Christmas now.
This is the B-sad at the 2/3 pre-climax part of the movie.
Sad piano.
But what if I'm not sad?
You're a monster.
You
Sounds like a
will
skill.
be
Sounds like a skill issue.
when we get the piano out.
The skill to being sad.
We're gonna drop the
Cry.
piano on you if we have to.
Why is everyone just breaking into these meetings?
I love the boss was like, what's a child in here?
A child, oh.
Most unorthodox.
And yeah, it's a stupid speech about the 90s. Dad, you only care about your job and not about your children. You're a monster.
But that's the thing, though. He's like all Buddy's done is wreck shit.
Like, John, this is 2003. Okay. To be fair, he's the director, so I'm gonna blame instead the writer because, as Luis told me, his filmography is gives me hint that this is these are his fingerprints, David Birnbaum, because David, this shit was already again passé, not working in the 90s. At this point, it's just overkilling. Yeah, I really wish I was watching Mary Poppins instead. Like that scene where Mr. Banks gets discharged is so powerful.
What film are you referencing?
First Mary Poppins. It has also grown a bit already, particularly found in my country thanks to YouTube poop parodies. But even aside from the bullshit, people treasure it very well. Yeah, it's just New York. You're gonna find him next door or something.
Is he gonna jump off the bridge?
Yeah, I was about to say, is he contemplating suicide? Oh, there's.
but Santa's coming.
For a moment there, I thought this was gonna suddenly try to be Christmas Story.
Oh, I guess the engine really is not working. Where? No, the score was trying way too hard for this.
I think John Debney's been trying the hardest out of everyone in this movie.
Probably.
I think Debney is Favreau's regular guy. I think I'm just checking his filmography. The only exception I can think of is the first Iron Man movie where it was Ramin Djawadi.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just checking his other works. And The Lion King 2019 where it was Hans Zimmer.
So yeah, we're gonna incorporate that stupid shit about Buddy's elf, Papa Elf, teaching him about the engine of a slate. That was its purpose at the beginning of the movie. There you go. Like if you want, I can also guess what they were trying to do overall with the movie. The idea of someone of both, essentially that grew up in both worlds but being in neither and has to find a place in the world. That's not even too bad of an idea for a Christmas comedy, but this is just so painful.
Shiri, couldn't you pick the Santa Claus instead?
Zoe Deschanel character is eating Chinese at Christmas Eve. Does this represent the fact that she's lonely or something? Fuck off, movie.
We were gonna get to this eventually, so.
Trips, this was delayed already. She wanted to pick this last year.
So why didn't you just do that then? Get it done with earlier.
Well, Dwebs, I can also say the same thing to you to a lot of shitty movies you've picked. I mean...
Get it? They're parodying the Bigfoot sighting. My god!
There's a lot of fake sightings of things.
No. The way it was moving and the framing that was identical to the alleged Bigfoot, photos and videos. That's an atomic reactor there, Sonny. Hi. What the fuck?
I'm not touching that.
Yeah, just
Hug it out,
awkward.
bro.
I thought that Deathly Hallows Part 2 had the most awkward hug.
Is this a...
Okay, I get it that New York is full of weird people, potentially, particularly at the... Okay, then. Right. I love how they framed the shot like she was, like, spirited away or something. Oh no, the policemen are here to arrest Santa. This is the climax of the movie, apparently. I guess so. I have no idea why they wanted to give Santa a southern accent in this movie. I guess it's because
the ironic thing, we got
you have
Santa
an
Claus
accent.
played by a Jewish actor.
I guess that's part of the joke. Oh yeah, right. That's the thing that they mentioned also in the movie. Again, this movie tries to have this also stupid message about people are not believing in the spirit of Christmas anymore or something. Again, it's the same thing I found so heavy in like the whole 2006. These are basically the Christmas movies where trying to have a moral that means nothing.
Oh, I was going to do the Star Wars theme.
Yeah, kind of like, why are you framing the Central Police, the Central Park policeman like this? They're like the Nazguls. Is this because New Line Cinema made this? Is this the joke? Like, I guess it is. Like,
Yeah, this is like, okay, you want Lord of the Rings? Fine, here it is a month early. He kind of looks a bit like Tim Allen for a second there. No.
love the close up.
Speaking of the Santa,
because New Line Cinema.
yeah, I mentioned the Santa Claus earlier. Have you guys seen that?
I think I've seen. I think I did. Yeah. Oh. Okay, I kind of like that joke too. God damn. Again, I guess it's true what they say. Broken clock strikes twice.
Damn.
I will say this: the child actor, is actually fine. Actually
Yeah.
acting. They picked up someone like with some actual acting chops. No, you're not doing this movie.
Fuck it, I gotta launch now. Very
Humbug.
Christmas. Ow.
I also love how
Because you have the one ring.
the policeman didn't say a single line in all of these.
So that's how the Nazgul were created. Santa put them on the naughty list once.
I mean, I can't believe they were policemen once. Sure. Zoe, sweetie, no, just step down, please.
I mean, Zooey, you
She started singing that like she had a gun to her back, like.
Okay,
Yeah.
Zooey, you are a very good singer, but it sounded like you're told if you don't sing, you're fired.
In this final act, I noticed that also from the scenes before. In this final act, their acting drastically dropped. Were those like reshoots?
I don't know. Maybe what happened to her probably is that she realized this movie was a stinker, so she stopped trying.
Damn. Obviously this is still a better movie than the two ones we had before this one for this year's round, but this is still painful. Oh, and apparently just these people singing raised the clausometer enough for this to move. Really? Weird, I'm getting too old for this shit with Santa.
I thought Santa was meant to be, the really always jolly guy who loves his job.
Ow. Well, shit. Watch out, you're gonna crash! Ah!
Okay, I'll be honest. That part of the song, he sees you when you're sleeping, and he knows when you're awake. I've always found that part really creepy.
Don't worry, Dweebs, a lot of people did. And as such, we made dreadful parodies about it. See, all the people Buddy encountered in New York are, joining in for my god. Oh my god, these must be the most tenacious policemen I've seen. And again, we haven't said a single line.
They're like the policemen in GTA. They rarely give up.
At least they talk about it. Like, they told me, like, I don't know, I'm gonna flank him or something. No, they don't say anything. Again, I guess John really wanted to do homage to the Nazgûls.
And then the movie ends with Santa and them crashing into the building because they weren't looking where they were going. Charlotte, we're on the air. Ha.
Of course.
So what is he? Is he just gonna leave? Is he just gonna leave the North Pole forever?
No, I guess we're getting these, where are we now epilogue. Oh my god, we're getting the Inception part. The whole thing became an in-universe story.
Boom.
Wait, when did Inception have a thing where the story that's happening?
Well, more of a case of, the story becomes a story in universe, storyception,
Oh, right.
Yeah. Oh, God.
He's talking about he's talking about the Inception meme webs. Because the thing about
Actually, okay, I get the idea, but I now want someone to make a parody of Inception to turn it into a Christmas movie.
Also, Zoe Deschanel got her own elf costume.
Sure, why not?
Oh no,
Oh god, just end the movie.
But yeah, there you go.
Thank you.
You wanted it to end?
Thank God. Oh.
Look, apparently it's still not over.
Again, stop motion is good, but...
Wait, what the shouldn't that have been whatever. Moving on.
They wanted to parallel the whole closing book kind of credit. Anyway, I don't think there are post-credit scenes. I'm just leaving the movie open in case, but whatever.
Yeah.
Final thoughts, please.
Honestly, aside from a couple of decently funny jokes, I thought the movie's just really boring and limp. Like, I mean, I've seen Favreau directing films before. I've never seen them this dull, for lack of a better term. And when it's not being dull, it's being really annoying with how they depict Will Farrell's character.
Mm-hmm.
Again, the funniest joke was the one in the hospital where he was like, "Are you sick?" "Yes, but that's not why we're here right now." when a joke that doesn't really have much to do with Christmas is the funniest one in your movie.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah. Honestly, there's not much I can say about the movie because the movie didn't really give you much aside from how annoying the main character was half the time, and yet we're supposed to be sympathizing with him against the dad because he's that 90s cliche dad of, oh, he's not around because he's working.
How dare he? Like, sure, the movie depicts that he's an asshole also at his workplace. Again, we're trying to make him be like the Scrooge of the situation, but again, this stupid cliche of overworking parent was already something that was not really particularly working in the 90s. There was no chance at this point.
In the 2000s, yeah. But yeah, that's honestly it. It's just a really dull Christmas movie. And how many times have we come across quote-unquote classics this year? We watched them, and very few of us, if none of us, at least here in the group, Think of it that way.
I think it was on your part, I think.
Well, let's wait till my birthday. My birthday after these. You might have a surprise coming to you. Maybe, who knows?
We'll see. But for now, I'm done.
Well, already, Pedro, go ahead.
Well, that was blah. This feels like a movie from the 90s that only got made in 2003. Because its entire concept and the overall way it's done feels very 90s-ish. It's just bad. Like, the jokes are mostly unfun. There's the occasional good one, but it's not really enough to save it. Will Farrell is horribly wasted because this guy can be funny if given a good script, but no. Like, I can see Gilbert Gottfried taking this script and character and making something worthwhile, but only him. I can only see, if it was him, maybe we could have had something here. Maybe we could have just had, the movie would still be bad, but at the very least we could enjoy Gilbert Gottfried doing what he does best. But no, the plot is generic. The actors are wasted. Zoe Deschanel is also wasted. The effects are fine, so there's that, and the music is whatever. So it's just like, yeah, not a lot of people talk about this movie, and I can see why, because yeah, there's not really much to talk about. It's a very forgettable movie. Whatever. I'm sure I'll be forgetting about this in T-minus 50 seconds. So
yeah, already forgot. All right, I'll go next. This was just not as painful as Black Christmas 2019, thank God, but it's still not particularly funny. It's okay. There were a couple of jokes that worked out that surprised me, but that was more like the exceptions. Will Farrell is painfully unfunny in this. Most of the other actors are wasted, like Zoe Deschanel, Ed Harris. The child actor is actually fine, so at least I commend them for using him properly like that. The Peter Dinklage is just there for, I guess, a random passing joke, which once again dated to boot. No, I'm sorry. This movie really doesn't work. You can tell that this was done by a writer which did bad things also around the time and later on. Not many people saw Strange Magic because it was one of those products that Disney inherited along the line and did not know what to do, and it's not really good in general as a result. But one day I'll need to show it to you guys just so you can get an idea of what it's about. Jova is also more experienced with the Eddie Murphy version of the Haunted Mansion. This is probably one of his better works of his writer, but it's not very much. No, I'm sorry. The music is one of the better aspects, but it's mostly because the composer is trying very hard to savage the movie. Kind of like me, Pedro, and Edge have seen a couple of movies where, but something similar happens to that, where, particularly Don Bluth stuff, where the composer that has to try to save the movie and, not enough, even if the score is great. But in this case, it's just passable at best. No, sorry, this ain't chief. We still have to find a good Christmas movie this year. Shiroi.
Yeah, it's not a good movie. Like, aside from being a pretty by-the-numbers Christmas movie, like, I know there are some good ones out there, like Home Alone and such, but we all know what kind of Christmas movie I'm talking about. The toilet humor already doesn't help, but luckily that doesn't happen too often. It's mostly at the start. And I already don't like that, as I've said many a times before. The jokes in general are just stupid. Yeah, so much for not having anything dated in a movie this old, huh? But I'm not sure what else to say. We got it over with. That was nice. I can definitely see why the actors might have gotten sick filming this because there's a lot of crap they had to eat. So, yeah, that's it. This was a Christmas movie of all time.
All right, please, Pedro, tell us that you have something better for us to show us tomorrow.
I do, in fact. How's it feel about going back to good old UK and checking
I
out?
want to get out.
Okay. Well, okay. Let me see.
Carry on, carry on.
Let me see. Okay. How about just England?
Fine, I guess.
Okay.
What are we gonna see?
Turns out it's Christmas time, and Mr. Bean is getting ready to celebrate. So why don't we see what he's up to?
Sure.
All right.
And with that, maybe we'll manage to pick up Jova in the meantime.
Yes.
All right. See ya.
See ya.
Yeah.